Now, a Victorian family is embroiled in a dispute with the Melbourne Cricket Club over the membership fees of their son, who's been missing now for 4.5 years.
Imagine the pain you'd feel if a family member vanished without a trace. Now imagine spending years trying to convince bureaucrats that he really is missing. And can they please stop sending bills and late fees?
There's certain legal procedures that we have to go into, and some of those are quite straightforward and quite easy, and others have been quite difficult.
That's what this family's faced since Daniel O'Keefe disappeared in 2011, grappling with health insurers, the Electoral Commission, and most recently, the Melbourne Cricket Club. 2 months ago, Des O'Keefe wrote to the MCC explaining the situation and asking to suspend Daniel's membership in the hope he'll return. The club refused, and Des later received a renewal notice and a late payment fee.
I just thought that given the circumstances there would be some ability for the MCC to work around it.
MCC memberships are really hard to get hold of because they give seats and privileges at cricket and footy matches that average punters would just kill for. So if you applied today, and you can't by the way, you need a member to nominate you, but if you did, you would be on a waiting list for 25 years.
So a membership might cost upwards of $450 a year, but for that you can walk into any football match, any cricket match, almost any sporting match at the MCG.
In a statement online, the MCC says its rules don't allow suspensions and the family should cancel the membership, then apply to have it reinstated in the event Daniel's found.
For a big organisation like this, you need to have an AGM, you need to have 2/3 of the membership voting in favour of changing a rule. You'd like to think that in cases like this there might be more willingness to consider different ways of doing things.
Sports clubs are made up on, caring for its members. I just think that they just didn't think it through.
With other families facing similar situations, is it time organisations applied some compassion along with the rules?
And Daniel's sister Lauren joins us now. Lauren, it is a tricky situation. I mean, the MCC has said you can cancel Daniel's membership, you can apply to have it reinstated and they'll waive the fees for the years between now and then. Is that a reasonable offer?
I don't think so. I mean, that offer to waive the next 3 years of fees if Dan remains missing, that offer only came through this afternoon after the public outcry, and putting that kind of time pressure on a family that's already struggling with that everyday, ambiguous loss is really unnecessary. I mean, all we're asking for is the suspension of his membership.
Is part of the problem here, though, that legally they actually can't suspend the membership? It's not in their rules. They would have to go change their rules or the Constitution or something that involves calling a meeting. It's a very involved process. They could simply not do this legally, and certainly not right now.
It is tricky. I mean, they themselves said that they've never come across this before. Dan is their only member that is also a long-term missing registered person. So it is difficult, but rules are made to be broken. I'm pretty sure that the MCC didn't even allow for women members only until recently. So rules can be changed. I understand that they have certain parameters given that they're, the type of association that they are, but it would be a fantastic step in the right direction.
And they may well do that. It's just that they can't do that now, can they? I mean, were you really expecting they would come back today and say,
Not at all. Not at all. And that was certainly not my intention with that post yesterday. All I wanted to do was give the public an insight into the breadth of complexities that families of long-term missing Australians are faced with every single day. Things like this. This is only one example of one family when there are thousands out there going through struggles like this that really needn't be the case.
Lauren, we've spoken over the years many times about your brother, and you do such fantastic work through your organisation MPAN. It's been 4 years now, and I know this is a hard question to ask and answer, but at what point do you lose hope?
Never. Never. I mean, as long as Dan remains missing, there is more that we can do to find him. The public support, for instance, with one Facebook post yesterday, this response has been absolutely incredible, and so that is exactly what gives our family hope, and we will never give up on Dan.
Oh, you certainly do a great job on his behalf, Lauren. Thanks so much for joining us tonight, and we hope it gets sorted out for you. And the MCC has just given us a statement expressing their sympathy to the O'Keefe family, saying they believe the processes they have in place will achieve a fair result. So we'll put that statement up on our website.
All right, we'll be back with more after the break. See you soon.